questions? Yes.
So a few months ago, there was this discovery of the Higgs boson particle, and there's a big uproar and hoopla, and some even went to the extent of calling it the God particle. And I wanted to understand your thoughts on this and the significance of this discovery in the big scheme of things, and also in the overall kind of evolution of mankind.
See, man keeps on doing these stupid things again and again, Higgs boson, Higgs boson, and they do these things. The man is very intelligent. Now he needs something to keep him occupied. He needs excitement and sensation. Does this discovery come from America or Europe or where? Europe. You see, I'll tell you what. God is everything in creation. So how is the Higgs boson particle different from the peace particle or love particle or that particle which creates us, exists? It makes us go back to.
So this postulate that this is the first time mass could be created out of nothing. Is what the mass could be created out of nothing.
But all that is composed, they knew, must get decomposed. Where then does reality lie? All matter being composed. That all-pervading consciousness of stillness through eternity, composed of nothing, yet of which all else is sure composed, it stands supreme, beyond all dreams, eternal. Our sages said this thousands of years ago. So Higgs boson particle, I've also read and heard about it. My inner feeling tells me, no, it's not the God particle. God cannot be contained in a particle. God cannot be limited. And since God is infinite and beyond human comprehension, it's a beyond mind experience. How can you explain it with a mind particle? Higgs boson particle is a mind particle. So as far as mind in a nutshell, no, I don't think that is there. And out of nothing, everything is created. Have you seen my video? Wings to Freedom, the journey of an Earth Yogi. I think I've said something in that. I remember. The secret of secrets is this, that out of the nothing, the everything is created. Right?
Yeah.
That is the Higgs boson particle, right in the core of the onion.
Just to clarify, when the physicist called it the God particle, he was not saying the particle was God. He was trying to dispute that there was a God. You see, the mass is missing from all the different particles. So there was a missing amount of mass, and people were saying that comes from God. And he said there is a particle called the Higgs boson, which actually, when it passes through the other particles, gives it the mass.
Excuse me?
He called it that God particle to say that there is no God, there's only this Higgs boson.
Excuse me?
That's what he was trying to say.
But this is redundant.
Yeah.
It's been said because the neutrino has no mass, and there are other particles which are zero mass, and in spite of your neutrinos or whatever you want to say, the fact of the situation is that God can create something and creation out of nothing, because God is God. That's what it is. And man can never replicate the powers nor the majesty of He about whom we know nothing, because He is beyond mind. And how can you, with a tin-tick and rusty mind, comprehend that which is beyond mind? To comprehend beyond mind, to comprehend the Lord God, to comprehend the isness of the zero not zero and the non-being essentiality, you have to go beyond mind to comprehend beyond mind. You can only comprehend mind with that which is in mind. You can only comprehend matter for that which is in matter. Light is matter at its subtlest, and matter is light at its grossest. That's all is your limitation and scope of knowledge. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yes, now you had a question.
Matter, not matter.
Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you.
Like a crazy madman, I went boom, boom, boom.
I've been waiting for a couple of years. A lot of people have mentioned that you disappear and come back. That would show everybody that matter is nothing. Would you do that for us?
I will do it. We have 2 days. Let's see how things work.
Thank you.
When the full audience is there, it's better to do it in front of more people than less. But the less guys may doubt it, say, oh, I was not ready, I was yawning, I was not present. So the more the guys, the better it is. You have to see it, it's always there and not there. See, Oppenheimer also discovered that if you look at nothing in space, suddenly a particle appears. It's already been proved. And Oppenheimer said, it was Oppenheimer, he looked through the electron microscope at a blank space, and as he concentrated, a particle appeared. So he said that out of nothing, something has come. When I give an experience, I am there, the particle is there, and as you keep on looking at it, I disappear. He looked at it and some particle appeared. You look at this particle and it disappears. So I am completing what he did. I said, sir, half the story, let me complete the other half without any education or any laboratory or any fanfare and fuss. Let me finish the other half. You look at blank and get a particle. People look at me as a particle and get a blank, a space. Right? That completes the story. Right? All that is composed they knew must get decomposed. Where then does reality lie? All matter being composed. So he maintains that there's always the nothing in the background of creation, preservation and destruction. The no-thingness, for lack of a better word, or God, always persists everlastingly.
Shambho Namaya Shiva, Shambho Namaya Shiva, Goraksha Goraksha Gorakhanathaya.
How can we control the rhythm of our time? The techniques are two, my friend. The control of the breath, which controls heartbeat, but more importantly, the use of hallucinogenic plants such as have been discovered in the Amazon by the Aborigines. They understand, you see, that the consciousness of the plants is a different kind of time, a much slower time. So if we would enter into that sort of time, we must take the plant into our body. It cannot be done any other way. This is the secret of shamanism. Then we enter into the time of the plant mind, the Gaian mind, that moves much more slowly. I spit on the grave of the people who put me in this place. These saboteurs. They say what I did was blasphemy. I'd strike out the sun if it insulted me. I still believe in the ways of evasion. Psychedelic drugs, art, revolution, sex, revolution, art. I believe in these things. They should understand that there is no bars to hold me or our ideas. From now on, tomorrow lasts forever, and it belongs to the revolutionaries, the time travelers, the dreamers. This is the end of the reign of the constipated nitwits and their blood-sucking stooges. Forward to the new order of the transtemporal dream. Forward! My time wave theory, which would replace the scientific notion that time is a perfectly featureless and smooth surface, is the idea that time actually has a structure. It has a topology. It can be described somewhat in the way that a stock market can be described, as a series of rising and falling fluctuations of novelty. And over long periods of time, this novelty has accumulated in the universe, building up first stars and then later complex organic molecules, ultimately issuing into intelligent life and a culture such as our own. I believe that process in the universe is not driven from the events of the past, but rather drawn toward a kind of transcendental attractor that is ahead of us in time. We can understand the overarching metaphor which holds it all together, which is the celebration of mind as play, the celebration of love as a genuine social value in the community. This is what they have suppressed so long. This is why they are so afraid of the psychedelics, because they understand that once you touch the inner core of your own and someone else's being, you can't be led into thing fetishism and consumerism. The message of psychedelics is that culture can be re-engineered as a set of emotional values rather than products. This is terrifying news. And if we are able to make this point, then we can pull back. We can pull back and we can transcend. 9 times in the last 1,000,000 years, the ice has ground south from the poles, pushing human populations ahead of it. And those people didn't fuck up. Why should we then? We are all survivors. We are the inheritors of 1,000,000 years of striving for the unspeakable. And now, with the engines of technology in our hands, we ought to be able to reach out and actually exteriorize the human soul at the end of time. Invoke it into existence like a UFO and open the violet doorway into hyperspace and walk through it out of profane history and into the world beyond the grave, beyond shamanism, beyond the end of history, into the galactic millennium that has beckoned to us for millions of years across space and time. This is the moment. A planet brings forth an opportunity like this only once in its lifetime, and we are ready, and we are poised, and as a community, we are ready to move into it, to claim it, to make it our own. It's there. Go for it, and thank you.